What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the game against Bologna. In this episode, we're gonna take 3 games. The first here against Bologna, and I'm having a little bit issues with my team because I have a lot of players that are starting to get injured. Zaniolo just got injured in training for 3 to 4 weeks, and I have a lot of tired players out there from the last game. So this team in this game is a little bit tired and a little bit rusty, and thankfully I have Pellegrini who can score this goal here for me, because that's nice. But yeah, I'm using a lot of substitutes for this game. You can see here in the bottom my starting 11, especially the midfield. I'm having some issues, mainly due to me being a little bit aggressive in my tactic, playing some high pressing, high intensity football. So this game I chose to play with some reserve players because in a couple of days, I think in 4 days, that's going to be our game number 2 against Napoli, who are in 3rd position. So that's a big game for me. I need as many healthy first team players as possible. That's why I'm giving players like Beretut and Bellotti a break, because I need them. Come on. Ah, that sucks. Ooh, lucky. But yeah, that's why I'm giving them a chance to rest, because I really need them for the Napoli game. So that's going to be the game number 2 of this episode. In game number 3 will be the first leg of our Conference League. I think it's quarterfinal or whatever, against Rapid Vienna. Now, that's a game I should be winning, so I'm not expecting any troubles against them. But the big game is obviously the game against Napoli. I need to win that game, because right now I think I'm 9 points ahead of Inter. But obviously I have some games. I have played 2 games more than Inter have, so they can theoretically get down to 3 points again. We've been at this position for the last, I don't know, couple of months maybe, where they're just 3 points behind of me. And they're really tailing me pretty hard. That's why I'm just focused on winning anything I can. So yeah, that's going to be this for this episode. 3 games. I'm looking forward to it, especially the game against Napoli, but also the game against Vienna, just to see what we can do. Oh, what a shame from Shomurodov right there. Nice shot from him. So I actually went ahead and scouted Dominguez here from Bologna, the midfielder. They're using him as a ball-winning fielder. He's a young player, 23 years old, midfielder from Uruguay, I think. And he actually looks kind of interesting, so I'm going to scout him to see if maybe we can use him. I'm going to keep an eye on his performance in this game too. He looks good, a player we could be interested in. And I also find a player in, I think it's Flamengo, or I can't remember, but it's one of the top teams in Brazil, in the Brazilian league. A midfielder called Danilo. Looks also interesting, so I'm scouting him also. I'm starting to look for those midfielders because, as you know, I sold Cristante last episode, I think, or the episode before that. But he's gone, so we're kind of pushing our luck in the midfield, especially with a high congested schedule as we have right now. And we'll probably have again next season, where we're probably going to play in Champions League, so it's going to get even worse, and more important to have a good bench. So yeah, I'm starting to scout for those midfielders and other players as well, because as I told you, I need to make some changes in my squad. Sell some of those players that are starting to get old and not useful anymore. But yeah, so far this game is looking pretty good. Yeah, Abraham is getting tired out there. I think I need to take him out as one of the first, him and Pellegrini, because they are really important players and I really need them fresh for the Napoli game. So give my Real here a chance. I'm leading 1-0, and maybe here Bologna have the free kick. Ooh, it sailed right past the post here. Lucky for us. They haven't really had any chances, big chances. They have a decent amount of shots, but none of them on goal. So I'm not that worried, but it's Football Manager, so you never know what's gonna happen there. I mean, they can get one chance and score, and I can have 20 chances and not score. But I mean, that's the beauty of Football Manager. And right here, Vagdamon almost scored. I think it's time for Pellegrini to come out, put Riccardi in there. And Riccardi, I'm just going to check here. He's going to play as a trequartista. Is that really the role for him? I'm going to play him as attack midfielder because Diawara is playing as... Yeah, I think it's good just to have him as a attack midfielder. I don't really need any playmakers right now. And Smalling is dying out there, so take him out and put Kumbula in. And I'm gonna start. I'm gonna focus and then do some time wasting here. Everything I'm gonna pass into space also. So yeah, it's not that interesting of a game. It looks like I'm gonna win this. I wouldn't say easy. I mean, it's only 1-0, but Bologna hasn't really created anything. But neither have I. I mean, but it makes sense as I'm playing mostly reserve players. And what now? Shomurodov to Riccardi to Meiral. Can he do something here? Meiral played back, but Darboe to Shomurodov to Riccardi to Diawara. Come on. That's a really crappy shot from Diawara there. Should have buried it. Yeah, he panicked in front of goal. Maybe something from the corner kick here. Back post, nothing. It's headed away from Bonifazzi. And we're in the stoppage time, 4 minutes. We just gotta cruise it right here. And that should be the game. 1-0 against Bologna. A lot of players are reserve players. My defense were brilliant. Oh, look at that. Iban is 7.0. 7.9 and 0. Sar 7.6. Smalling 7.2. It's actually pretty decent. Magnamon also 7.7. Good play by those guys. So yeah, so far so good. 2 games to go, 1 down. The next against Napoli, 5 days. I'm gonna go ahead and pick some players and give them some rest. And if you don't know how to do that, you can right click on a player, training, and rest. I'm gonna rest these important players for 2 days. So Pellegrini's gonna get 2 days, and Abraham's gonna get 2 days. I think the rest is gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go in training here, and I'm gonna, instead of chance conversion here, I'm gonna do some recovery, and the same day after recovery, because this so fatigue is reduced and the injury risk is greatly reduced. Rest fatigue is greatly reduced. So I'm actually going to take rest instead of recovery because that's better for fatigue. The other is better for injuries. So I'm going to take 1 day recovery, the next day rest, and hopefully my players will be ready for the Napoli game. I don't really have anything else, so I'm just going to cut here, and I'll see you at the Napoli game. And here we are at the Napoli game. So I'm just going to mention, in case some of you missed it, the game against Bologna was not a Serie A game. I forgot myself. It was actually a Coppa Italia game, so not that important. So yeah, it's fine. We won 1-0, but it wasn't that important of a game. So as you can see here in the condition of my players, almost all of them are in good condition. Diawara, Wagnerman, and both are the only one that are looking a little bit tired out there, but that's fine because they are reserve players. Actually, Diawara could have been a starter. Yeah, let's see if we can do something here. I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna put the team together and show you my opposition instruction here. Goal, obviously Patricio. In the central mid, I'm gonna take Smalling, flanked by Mancini and Ibanez. Obviously, this is my starting 3 back here. The best players: right back Basalco, obviously, and left back I'm gonna take Vigna. Beretut is suspended. Damn, that's not good. That is really, really bad. So I'm gonna take. He's also injured. So what kind of injury does he have here? His injury is... come on. Reports, medical report here. Twisted ankle. Expected return 1 day. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna play Pellegrini here, and here I'm gonna use Shomurodov, I'm gonna use Bellotti, and obviously Abraham here. So there's only one position here I'm kind of worried about. So I have Diawara, Darboe, Bove. Oh yeah, Diawara is too tired. I'm not gonna use him. I'm gonna use Darboe here, and the rest are gonna be reserve, and then I'll see if I can do anything. This looks fine. I'm not gonna go too aggressive. I think I'm gonna pass it into space, exploit my players' pace, because I think that Napoli are gonna attack really hard, seeing as they play at home. Osimhen, really good player. I'm gonna mark him really close. Politano, he's gonna be shown to the right side here, so he can't cut in. And the same as Insigne, because I know Insigne is really good at cutting inside and shooting on goal. I'm gonna go in a little bit harder on him also. Fabian is the playmaker, so I'm gonna go hard on him, and the same here. And Rui, he'll be shown inside, so show him on the right and Di Lorenzo on left. So I'm gonna press those two really hard once they get the ball, and hopefully they'll be playing backwards. I'm gonna press these two and show them out so they don't cut inside and shoot. And I'm just gonna mark Osimhen really tightly because he's a really good player. He has a really good pace, good strength, acceleration, good finisher. Yeah, he's just overall a really, really good player. So yeah, that's the setup, and let's get into the game. And we're about to start here. Napoli, obviously, with no surprises. Really good team, good defense. I was actually thinking they might have played Juan Jesus in the defense alongside Gulabi, but they didn't. Maybe something here for me already. I'm glad I have Saiko back. He's really been a positive experience for me so far. Shomurodov, come on. Oh, yeah, not good a shot, but good attack from my side. Been a fairly even match so far. I have some couple of shots on goal, same as Napoli. The possession I'm not that worried about because with this tactic, possession isn't my main concern. It's creating chances and goals. Nice play by Darboe there. Vinya, nice play by Shomurodov. Can he create something here? No. Bad passing from Vinya. Bad passing again there. Smalling with Pellegrini, Darboe. Yeah, I'm doing a good job here keeping the ball, playing it forward, getting it back once Napoli have it. So yeah, so far I'm pretty satisfied here. Abraham Khadi, over the goal unfortunately, but good attack here, good attack. I'm really digging the partnership that Versalco and Abraham have made because I don't know how many goals Abraham has scored from Versalco with centering the ball to him. Really good play. Ooh, nice. It's an offside there. Yeah, so far so good. Still no goals. I will actually be satisfied with a draw here. Napoli are really a tough team to crack, especially with my Roma team. Bellotti here, come on, can you do something, Bellotti? That was just a wrong direction from Bellotti to go in because he went away from the goal and the defender was there to block him. So not good. Maybe something better here. Yes, Bellotti with the goal, 1-0. Just as I'm about to diss Bellotti for his chance right before this goal, he goes and scores this beauty here. Nice. Mancini, was he the assist maker? Yeah, he was. Nice ball from Mancini. Bellotti in the far corner. Nice goal there. Nice. That's what I like about these two wide center backs. They just take an active part of the attack, play the ball forward, go really high up. I love this new player role with the wide center backs. I just love it. Maybe something here. Bellotti, Gulabi's all over him. But yeah, Bellotti doesn't stand that much of a chance if he goes into a duel with Gulabi. Gulabi's just a monster with his physical attributes. What's here? Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, force him to play the ball backwards here. But they're doing a good job here, passing the ball around out to Di Lorenzo. Yeah, come on, pressure him. Yeah, make them do the mistake here. or make them shoot from far out. Ooh, nice. Good from Patricio here. Good save. Maybe Napoli here from the corner. Can they do something? Pellegrini heads the ball out. Nice. Bellotti. Come on. Hurry. It's 2 versus 2. Nah, he takes the run. Oh, Bellotti's injured. Yeah, it's nothing damaged foot, but yeah, nothing serious there. Yeah, my guys have played really good out there. Pellegrini has a good game, which showed me that the playmaker role suits him a little bit better than the central midfielder role. So I'm going to keep him as a playmaker. And 1-0. Just look at the amount of chances I created here. And I'm actually dominating possession. That's surprising for me. I didn't think I would dominate possession this much, especially playing away from home against Napoli and with this tactic, which isn't possession orientated at all. But yeah, really happy. Really happy with the performance out there of the guys. Now let's see if the second half here can be as good. Ooh, Osimhen. Good chance here from the beginning of the second half. Now some of my players are starting to look a little bit tired out there. Darboe has actually performed really well for me in a spot he's not that comfortable with. Good performance from him. Shomurodov, obviously in the low half of player performance, because he's just playing a position he's really not that comfortable or familiar with. And Fabian here with the nice long shot. That sucks. I'm doing the right thing here, constricting them to the long shots, but if you have a player like Fabian that can place the ball like that, it's gonna be difficult to keep them away from scoring. Yeah, I did the right thing here. They couldn't pass anything, but Pellegrini wasn't that close to him, and he could just shoot the ball into the back of the net there. Let's do a little bit demand more and actually do some counter pressing here. See if we can go ahead and score another goal. 1 hour in. Smalling is starting to look tired. I might change him. I'm gonna change him for Malang Sarr because he's faster. Oh, come on, Abraham. You need to hit those. He's faster. The other player I have, Kumbula, he's just slow as a snail. I mean, look at that. Acceleration 9. Pace is fine, but his acceleration is just atrocious. So I'm going to take Chris out and put Malang Sarr in. I'm a little bit afraid of continuing playing with Chris Smalling out there if he's so tired. Yeah, Shomurodov might be the next substitution because he's a little tired and he hasn't played that well. Come on, Abraham, come on. Oh, just hit the bar out there. What a shame. Yeah, let's see the substitution. Yeah, Shomurodov. Not a good game from him, but it's just a position. Yeah, I shouldn't even have played with him as a trequartista. He should have played as a shadow striker. That's a mistake for me. I'm going to put Riccardi in and I'm going to use him as a attacking midfielder and support. We can sit a little bit deeper down, maybe collect some balls, help with defense. And the last substitution could be Vinya, Darboe, maybe even Tammy out there. I still have a game against Rapid Vienna here in a couple of days. Not that important because it's a 2-leg and it's only Conference League. And no offense to Rapid Vienna, but it's a team I should be beating comfortably. So not that much pressure on that game, but this game, obviously, and oh crap, they're going to score. Yeah, 1 chance, 1 goal. What a shame. What a shame. Now, who's the player that didn't follow Insigne out there? I'm kind of thinking that was Versailles out there on the right back. Yeah, definitely him and Mancini. Wow, that sucks. I need to attack a little bit more now. I really need to attack a little bit more. I'm going to remove this. Oh, I actually forgot. I need to. I want to run with the ball a little bit and even higher tempo. I have 10 minutes left. Yeah, let's take Darboe out and put Diawara in. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. What a come on. That was a shame. I I don't think I deserve to lose this game, but yeah, it's football and it's football manager. Things like these happen. Now Inter are have the opportunity to get as many points as me. So the last game against Inter is even more important. Yeah, disappointing. This is really disappointing, but yeah, what you gotta do? There's nothing you can do about this. Yeah, Napoli was just luckier out there. Yeah, Shomurodov, not a good performance from him. Yeah, not good, not good. That was a loss. Let's see how Inter are doing. Oh, looks like Inter didn't win. Looks like Inter played 1-1 with Sampdoria. That's brilliant. That's really important for me here because now they're just one game behind me and they're 5 points up to me. So if they win, they're 2 points behind me, even though I lost the game here. So that's good. That's really good. Let's just check the schedule here. I have Torino, Sassuolo. Yeah, it's the last 4 games that are gonna cause me some trouble. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So let's see what happens here in the next game against Rapid Vienna. The training match, as I'm gonna call it here. No offense to Rapid Vienna fans out there, but yeah, not that difficult match. But just watch me lose it now that I'm so cocky. And we are back for the last game of this episode, the game against Rapid Vienna in the Conference League. And as you can see here from on the screen here, I'm playing with mostly my backup team, even the goalkeeper. I've given the young guy a chance here, Mastrantonio. Sorry if I butchered that, but Mancini, and yeah, only Mancini is my starting 11 guy out there today. Yeah, I have 2 legs here. First game against Vienna away from home. I'm just gonna, yeah, even if I lose, I don't actually care. Just give the guys a chance to rest for the next game against Torino, and if I do lose here, I'm just gonna have to play a little bit better next game, which is in a week's time. So again, I'm a little bit under pressure from all these games. My players don't get any rest. It's constantly 3 games a week almost, and at minimum 2 games a week. My players are just getting any rest. I'm tempted to almost just throw these 2 games so my players can get rest and just fight for the Serie A, because I win here. The next round is also 2 games, and I don't know if I want to do that. This cup is not that important. I mean, yeah, it's a trophy if I do win, but Serie A is more important for me. So I might think about just losing the next game or just playing the same players I'm playing this game, and then just whatever happens, you know. But yeah, it's a little bit tough playing a team like Roma, where you don't have that much money to buy players from. That's why the first season is always very difficult. You have to do with what you got without buying too many players, and it's the second season that's most interesting, because you can do what you feel like doing, buy the players you want, sell the players you don't need, and so on. And that's something I'm looking forward to. It's going to be interesting. And so far, 0-0. The reserve players are actually doing fine out there. The goalkeeper that I'm using, Mastrantonio, is rated pretty good. He could become a good goalkeeper maybe, so it's good to give him some chances here. Might loan him out at some point. And as I mentioned before, I do have a lot of good players out on loan this season. I'm actually looking forward to getting them back, because I'm thinking they might have some part to play in my team going forward. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Milanese, young midfielder, playmaker. He should get some games next season. Cancellieri, I think he's called, the attacker or right wing. But since I'm not using right wings, he's gonna be a attacker, false nine. I'm gonna give him some games also. Calafiori will continue to play on the left back. So yeah, I do have some interesting prospects out there. It's gonna be interesting next season, and just to see if they develop as I hope they do. Let's change these two, and yeah, Spinazzola is back from his long injury, so I'm gonna give him a chance here to play, get some games into his legs, and I'm gonna start using him more actively. Good player, but yeah, he had a really nasty injury, almost out for the whole season. But he's starting to get back now. He starts to get fit, so I'm gonna start using him because he is the best left back I have. But again, he's a player I'm thinking about selling just because of his age, 29, not that old, but when you take into account his medical history, he has had some really nasty injuries, and he's been sidelined for long periods of time, and he's on a almost 100k euros a week wage. So looking at that, you start to think, okay, is he really worth it? Is he worth it to have, or can I find something cheaper and younger I can use over a longer period? But that obviously only depends on if I can find a player. And Vienna scores here, Falkenberg. Poor defending from Mancini there. Maybe an offside, maybe this ref can save me here, if I'm lucky. It looks like it is a goal. Mancini, my my best player by far in the team, and he just gets out jumped by Falkenberg. But yeah, it is an offside. Looks like it. So I got saved there. But just look, what is he doing? Yeah, okay, he's keeping the offside. So it makes sense that can't control him. Maybe I can score here. Yep, Mancini. Seriously, I swear to God, I need to do this more often. I need to diss players more often, because they always go ahead and score a goal as soon as I diss them. Last game against, I did it with Bellotti, he scored. This game, I did it against Mancini, he scored. So yeah, I definitely need to do that more often. That's the game, and we did managed to do 3 games this episode, and unfortunately we did lose against Napoli, but fortunately lost. Inter didn't win. They drew against Sampdoria, which is really important for me. So I'm still at least 2 points ahead of Inter, at most 5 points if they lose the next game. So still some hope for me out there. Napoli, they're starting to get a decent amount of points, and they're actually starting to catch up on Inter and me. It's going to be really, really interesting for the last couple of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. And for me, definitely the last 4 here. 11 games to go. Going to be interesting. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. It always means so much for me when you watch these episodes. And hit that like and subscribe if you like these videos. I posted a new video with a tactic review. I was talking about this in the last Roma Let's Play. I'm going to do more of these tactic reviews when I find some more interesting tactics. And yeah, you got to look forward to those because they're pretty interesting. See you next game, next episode. Bye, guys.